Hey, what's up, Logos Personal Finance students? Welcome to May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo. It is day 29 of our e-learning experience. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for all the hard work you guys have been putting in on Econ Lowdown. We, like I said yesterday, are getting close to midterm. So let's take a look at where we're at on Econ Lowdown and what we have on the agenda for today. If we take a look at our Blackbaud bulletin board, as always, we see our e-learning instructions with our reminder for our class Zoom meeting this Thursday, so be there. Then we have our econlowdown.org login link right there. I'm going to go ahead and log in. Will take us to the login page. I did this 5-minute survey. It really does take only 5 minutes, and it's a good survey. The St. Louis Federal Reserve is awesome. I really do think that they do a great service to all of us by providing Econ Lowdown. It's a great tool, and it's not the only thing they do. I actually was lucky enough to go to the Federal Reserve, which is in downtown St. Louis, about a year ago. And that's where I really learned about how to use this site. It was like an all-day workshop, and they gave me a whole bunch of free swag and good information and a free lunch. And it was run by these two women who work for the Federal Reserve, and they just were, they're personal finance educators. They want to make sure that everyone is financially literate, and they trained me and several other personal finance teachers on some best practices for this. So it's a really and it was all free, so it's a pretty cool place. There are some things that I don't like about the Federal Reserve, but that was a cool experience, and the building, the place itself, is actually really cool. I didn't see any money while I was there, but I know it's full of money too. Let's go ahead and log in. As we log in, we will see there again, big announcement, big link for the Zoom class meeting this Thursday at 10 a.m. Be there. Scroll on down. We've been talking about, getting an education so that you can get a good job, so that you can make good money, right? That's the whole point. And good money doesn't mean millionaire, doesn't mean rich. Good money means being able to live a comfortable life and take care of yourself, take care of your bills, take care of your responsibilities. And so we're moving into how do you get that job, right? And yesterday we started watching a very important video on a very important topic that a lot of people overlook: soft skills. And I thought it was pretty entertaining. I like the No Frills Money Skills episodes. But if you haven't gotten to that, let's take a look at the quiz. Because I think we watched some of the video yesterday, but we didn't take a look at the quiz. Remember, you can watch this as many times as you want. It's got that watch again button. It's an 8-minute long video. What if we go to about here? Pick it up towards the end.
Why aren't you working?
Well, I didn't see you coming.
Ha!
Hi, this is Shannon. I understand it's not necessarily part of your job, but is it okay if somebody shows her around today?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It would be my pleasure.
There you go.
Those were some examples of what to do and what not to do in the workplace. You have time to develop those soft skills and other desirable habits now while you're in school. Attend school regularly, be on time, and do good work.
Yeah,
Work
good
cooperatively
advice.
with your classmates and treat people respectfully. When you interview for a job, dress appropriately. You probably won't see questions about soft skills on a standardized test, but they may be just as important in finding and keeping a job as how much you know and are able to do. I'm Chris Bertelson,
Nice.
and I'll see you next
I
time.
love that suit. That's awesome. Yeah, that's Chris guy. He's a pretty good guy. But then we get to the Q&A, and there's 10 questions. You will probably see questions about soft skills in a standardized test. Well, this is kind of a standardized. No, it's false, right? the point that he was making, that was the last point he made in the video, that you know, learning how to be a professional, learning how to you know, be polite and do those things. That's kind of, you know, it's not something that's taught in school, but it's something you can practice in every single subject area that you take in school. And that's one way to think of what you're doing right now and being in school. It's learning how to be an employee, right? Part of being an employee, as we saw in that video, is doing things that you don't always want to do, right? Again, it's just going to lead to more money for you in the long run, right? Which of the following statements is true? Soft skills are easier to measure than test scores? No, that's not true. An experienced employer can gauge an applicant's soft skills from an application or resume? No. Soft skills are just the type of things that you can only gauge by meeting someone in person. Can't read that on paper. Soft skills include an appropriate appearance and eagerness to learn new things. A person's punctuality and attendance are easy to judge from an interview. I think it's C, right? The reason why this is so important is because these are the things that when they interview employers and they say, what are the things that you want from your employees? These are the things they want. And these are the things that, as these other things, other choices suggest, are hard to measure from an interview, right? It's hard to find good employees because you do the application, you do the resume, you do the interview, and you think you got a good employee, and then you don't, you know, pick up on some things about this person that you might not like until they start working there, right? And punctuality is the biggest thing, right? Being there, being on time. Let's do one more together. According to the survey mentioned in the video, which of the following was the primary reason employers would not hire an applicant? Inappropriate attire, poor personal hygiene, inappropriate footwear, unnatural hair color. Ooh, that's a good question, right? And you might be thinking, well, wait a minute. So I can't get a good job because I have unnatural haircut? Not necessarily, right? But it can limit your options. Sorry, right? Inappropriate attire. What is inappropriate attire? Depends on the job, right? Depending on where you work, there's different dress codes. But I'm going to say poor personal hygiene. That's kind of universal, right? I'm sorry, right? You got to shower. You got to clean yourself, right? If you show up for an interview and you are smelly and greasy, and I mean, no one's going to want to hire you. That's what I think. Let's check it out. Yes. All right. So you can work on the rest of them yourself, right? But we do have a couple of other activities up there for today. That was yesterday's activity, so if you haven't already done that, work on that. We do have a new article about will your smartphone get you your job? And this is related to a game up here, the Uber game. What do you think of the Uber game? The Uber game, check this out. This is a link where you get to pretend you are an Uber driver, right? You're a full-time Uber driver with 2 kids to support and a $1,000 mortgage payment due in a week. Yikes. Can you earn enough to pay the bill and make more than other players? Sure I can, right? You can pick your difficulty level. We'll go with easier. So you just go around doing Ubers, right? And this is a job that, you know, was a way for people to make money. Right now, a lot of Uber drivers are unemployed. But take a look at this. Take a look at the article, and if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.